sexual assault and attempted murder of a young woman last month near Dripping Springs. His capture was triggered by an amazing composite drawing with the help of the courageous victim. It was done by the Texas Rangers forensic art team. Look at that. That's the drawing. There's the mugshot. And that's not all the amazing work they do.
It was because she was able to give such a description, such an accurate description, that we were able to get tips that eventually led to his identification.
George Molina did the artwork on the case. He uses generic facial features to jog the victim's memory.
And those serve as almost cues for their memory so that they can, instead of recalling information, they're almost recognizing certain features about the suspect's face.
Then they go over and over the sketch before eventually relying on computer enhancement to finish the job.
After that, it's a very collaborative process where I work with the victim and we're constantly refining the drawing till we ultimately get a likeness that the victim is comfortable with.
That's not all the Rangers do. They calculate age progression. The picture on the left from 17 years ago is John Eric Anderson on the top 10 most wanted sex offender list. The composite on the right shows what he may look like now.
We try to get as much information as we can that is available to us about their lifestyle and any family history that we might know so that we can include genetic factors.
Then there's identifying persons from their remains. The skull of a young man, 15 to 20 years old, was discovered near Walnut Creek and Old Cedar Lane in 2007. A composite is created based on that skull.
We don't always get a perfect skull from which to work to develop the face.
The oldest cold case they cracked, a woman who went missing in 1975. Their facial reconstruction drawing led to citizen tips.
You know, it takes the public's help. We need the public to view these images and think back. Do I know anyone who's missing from this time period that fits these parameters that looks a little bit like this facial reconstruction?
The Rangers use tissue depth markers on skulls to calculate what the fleshed out face looked like. Whenever they get a composite drawing, they like to merge it with mugshots to see how accurate they were.
It's just a lead. It's not a scientific identification. It's not a legal identification, but it's a step.
In the end, though, all their good work relies on you to recognize the victim or the suspect. And the Rangers have their work cut out. Still unsolved in Texas, the remains of nearly 1,000 people.